Hi guys, postman's bin. These are batteries. I've ordered 2 different types of batteries, so we'll find out. Okay, these are the KRATAX ones. At first glance you might think lithium ion, 14500s. That's not what they are. They are lithium ion, but they've got a circuit board inside them to modify the output. Instead of being 3.6 volts or 4.2 volts fully charged, these give us a constant 1.5 volts. Is that in focus? There we are. 1.5 volts, 3,500 milliwatt hours. So, a bit of boring history. My brother advised me to buy these. I used to buy, or I still do, buy Poundland cheap batteries. I buy them because I buy a lot of second-hand radio-controlled cars and boats and things and other toys that always want AA batteries, and you want to put fresh batteries in them each time, so you give them a fair chance of performing to their best. So rather than buying good quality batteries, I buy these ones, use them, and then dispose of them. I get through quite a lot of them, quite often. And when these used to be £1 for 10, or on special occasions £1 for 20, or even more than that, they used to put a few extra batteries in, come to think of it. Things have gone on, prices have gone up. This now costs me £2 for a pack of 18, so roughly double what I used to pay for batteries. I did try using nickel metal hydride batteries. These ones were from Poundland. 2019 used by date on there, and 2018 on there. And they're excellent. They were actually better than a lot of the ones I'd buy online, because these didn't lie to you. They say 800 milliamp hours, 1.2 volts, and that's what they'd give you. They weren't ones that would be repackaged with 2000 milliamp hour written on there, and they'd run even less time. So these are excellent, but they're no good for things like radio-controlled cars, because these are 1.2 volts fully charged, maybe 1.3, but certainly not much more than that. So a pack of 4 of them will give you 4.8 volts, whereas your typical radio-controlled car running on 4 AA's wants at least 6 volts. So it would see them as being flat batteries before we'd even started. So they were no good for demonstrating radio-controlled cars. So I had to go back to buying cheap batteries. So £2 for 18. These, I use them in my trail camera. So my brother advised me to buy them because I was complaining that I could use up my typical Poundland batteries just in a one-night session. Once the trail camera switches on its infrared light for night vision, it just eats the batteries, so they'd last for one night if I'm lucky. These last for weeks, literally weeks. So probably more than 10 times the duration. And you can recharge them, whereas the other ones I'd be throwing away. So if we put that into perspective, for the same length of time, I could use 10 times as many of these, so If we try and make the maths simple, very roughly, the Poundland batteries are about 10 pence each. These KRATAX batteries are £3.50 each. So there's quite a difference there. They've got to last 35 times as long, haven't they? But they probably will, because they're rechargeable. So on that basis, they cost in. So even though these are incredibly more expensive than the Poundland AA ones, I'm going to try running with these for a while, see how I get on. I mean, as I say, I've been using them in the trail cameras and they're excellent. What I haven't been doing is using them in radio controlled cars. So we will see. Obviously, I should say that you need a charger for them. Normally, when you buy these online, you buy them as a pack with the charger. So it's a few extra quid for the charger. Not much more, because it is a very basic, simple charger. One extra thing, as it says there, built-in overcharge and over-discharge protection circuit. So it's all built in. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave us a comment so I know how I'm doing. And somewhere up here there'll be some links to related playlists. Thanks again.